Hi guys, welcome to another time of Fuse Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal.
Yep. How you guys doing? Welcome to the show. Today we have all the juicy gist that you have been waiting for. ABA Kings here.
And Gabrielle.
How you doing, Gabby?
I'm alright. Are you okay? I really want you to say I'm okay, and then I'll be like, have you eaten?
I'm okay. It's good to be here. What do you have for us today?
Yeah, so all the while we were younger, we used to hear about stories where a man would come to the family of his bride to be and say, I'm here to pluck a flower.
So where's the flower? See,
exactly.
That's the flower.
And then the lady would just come out and then greet everybody. And
that was Nollywood, actually.
The rest is real life.
Oh, really?
That's how it was done. Like in my mother's times, in the times of my mother's. That's
interesting. I never saw that happen, but I mean, it's only on movies I saw it.
Okay, so now things have obviously changed. Yeah. And they're no longer the same.
They have plucked the flower before coming.
I don't know. Maybe you said that. I don't know, but it just goes to show that, as trends, change, a lot of things change. Now we have, something relating to that to talk about, is it okay for women to still stay in the family or in their parents' house before they get married?
And does that have an advantage?
Exactly. We're going to be talking about all of that when we come back from the short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
One Africa Global Foods is here to cater to all your food needs. From your African foodstuffs like Indomie instant noodles, fresh palm oil, beverages like Amstel Malta, Maltina, One African Global Food got you. Sister Precious, it's high time to stop that embarrassment begging people to bring African food for you when you can get it in the city that you find yourself. Go to One Africa Global Foods right now and get all your authentic African local foodstuffs. Whether you are in USA, Canada, Dubai, anywhere, all those foods you want to cook, vegetable soup, you need palm oil to do it, afang, everything. You don't need to let people be muting you on WhatsApp. Sister Precious, no more embarrassment again. Now it's time to order all your African local foodstuffs. They will bring it to you wherever you are, to your doorsteps. You hear me? Go to One Africa Global Foods right now. We're here and happy shopping. Mutane na duk inda kuke, One Africa Global Foods muna zuwa. Mes amis francophones, je sais que tout le monde va raconter parce que maintenant toute la nourriture africaine est là.
Fuse Unbothered.
Basically, singer Harry Song came out and talked about how it's very important for women to, if they want to have a marriage that actually works in a day and in a time, that it's very important for women to no longer just leave their parents' house before they get married, that they should stay in their parents' homes. Let their husbands to be come there and look for them, that's one of the ways he believes is going to make marriages last better. And he's saying that we don't want to see more, he doesn't want to see more of independent women and all of that, that a man can take care of a family. Let the women stay in their homes and, take all the upbringing they can get till the point that their husbands come and take them away.
Like I always say, different strokes for different folks, all right? I kind of get what side he's talking about. I mean,
what
the
side is he talking about?
He's talking about, it's like, okay, we're experiencing a large number of single ladies that are very nonchalant about, their future with someone, and they're very reckless in their living and stuff like that. I understand what he's saying, that when a woman is staying on her own, that there's no limit to our level of discipline and boundaries when it comes to our social butterfly life and all that. I kind of get what he's saying, but it doesn't apply in all ramification, in the sense that for so many reasons people might tend to leave where their parents stay. All right. And in fact, all right, in a couple of, or let me say in an advanced world or in a civilized country, all right, in a full-blown civilized country, I feel like once a lady is like 22, 23, she can start staying on her own. 22, 23. But in Nigeria here, there seems to be some sort of stigma that we do not actually talk about, acknowledge. We tend to just sweep it under the carpet when it comes to single ladies staying on their own. First off, it comes with even finding an accommodation.
Yes,
that's the first step.
So true.
All right, that's the first step. But you see, we try to hide under the shadow of, we're in the modern age, but we still do not emphasize on the fact that there's so many things that are behind that old shadow. You see a lot of ladies will tell you what they go through when they stay alone just to get an apartment. When they eventually stay alone, the kind of reaction they get from neighbors. Do you understand? Because they want to know, what are you doing?
Okay. To be able to afford your place and all that, your lifestyle.
And if you're someone that begins to come, if you stay out late and stuff like that, but you cannot deny the fact that now, you imagine for work reasons, for exposure, and maybe for many other reasons, some ladies have to stay alone.
So I see what you're saying, yeah, but I neither agree with you or Harry Song, and my reason is simple. First and foremost, there's just so much pressure on women in this society that we live in. They're always telling women, do like this, women, be like this, sit like this,
and
talk
guys
like
can
this.
do anyhow.
But guys can do anyhow. I'm tired of men or whoever coming out and just saying, let's focus on the women. The reason why marriages are not working in this day and age cannot be attributed to the women only. It looks like he's doing that. He looks like he's saying, also the reason why marriages are not working is because women don't finish staying at home and take all the upbringing that they need to build a good home. Meanwhile, we know that it takes a man and a woman to build a home. So when we're emphasizing the moral state of a woman, you understand what I mean? We're doing nothing about that of men, and that's where I have a problem. Though I see some sense, there's just some small sense to it, but at the end of the day, I don't agree with you, because what about you? What are you doing as a man to be better for your family?
I'm looking for money.
I don't understand. In this day and age,
I'm just teasing that. But he's saying that what I can deduce from the point he's making is that if ladies do not have any major reason to leave their parents' house before marriage, remain there, because you tend to lose your discipline and
you get exposed to a lot of things, right?
Exposed to a lot of things, okay. When you stay alone, see, even as a guy, when you stay alone, you lose that discipline, because nobody's going to call you to order. You can do as you like. You can come in anytime. You can eat anytime. You can wake up anytime. These are not the parameters for having a successful marriage. I have to state that first.
Yeah.
That's a PSA. But there's something about ladies that, back then, let me first start with back then.
Because I want to start with back then.
Hold on, let me start with back then.
You go.
Let me start with back then. And it still happens till now in some families, all right? They are like, if you have a male friend or a female friend, bring them home, let's know them. All right? Let's see them. All right? Anybody that is scared of coming to your house has an ulterior motive.
Okay.
Anybody that's scared or is not bold enough to come to the house to see you, even if they don't want to sit down in the house and you're just in the compound, let them still come.
Okay.
But you know that a lot of men now know that, if you're staying alone, that's an easy pass. They can just whine you. Let's go out for dinner, and we stay late and all that. And from there, like, I cannot go back home, it's too late, and I cannot drop you. How about we just chill and stuff like that? So there's a lot of temptation and that you're exposed to if you don't have a major reason to leave your parents' house.
But I have another question.
As a spinster.
I said I was going to go back then as well, just as you did. Now, my question now is this. If you look at it, the age that women were getting married in those days, I don't think it's the same age as women are getting married now.
Yeah, because now those things are different.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to point out as a reason why things can change, and it's okay for things to actually change. And my reason is because those days you get out from university, what's left apart from marriage? But these days you see women, they're out of university a couple of years, maybe they haven't seen the right partner for them yet, and that is okay. So will you now say because they haven't gotten married, maybe they're old enough to get a job somewhere or something, they must remain and they can afford? Exactly. So I'm trying to point out the difference in ages. Those days it was easier for women.
Times are changed. I can also say for a fact that if you check population distribution, you will see that we have about 65 to 35% in terms of the male gender and
who's 65, who's 65?
You definitely know who's 65.
Who's 65?
Oh, you want?
So
of course, it's the women that are 65. We have more women than men now. So if people are talking about the fact that there are so many people that are unmarried now, first off, you need to check. Okay, what is the percentage of men to women?
Interesting.
Do you understand? And even the women right now are becoming, truthfully, are becoming more career oriented and more successful than the men. And that's a no-brainer. If you want us to go into statistics, I will bring out different statistics. But
are you sure this 65-35?
I promise you.
Okay.
I promise you.
But I have one more thing to say. The very, very, very last thing I have to say is, you know what? I'll say it after the break. Let's go on this break. We'll be back right after.
One Africa Global Foods is here to cater to all your food needs. From your African foodstuffs like Indomie instant noodles, fresh palm oil, beverages like Amstel Malta, Maltina, One African Global Food got you. Sister Precious, it's high time to stop that embarrassment, begging people to bring African food for you when you can get it in the city that you find yourself. Oh yeah, go to One Africa Global Foods right now and get all your authentic African local foodstuffs. Whether you are in USA, Canada, Dubai, anywhere, all those foods you want to cook, vegetable soup, you need palm oil to do it, afang, everything. You don't need to let people be muting you on WhatsApp. Oh. Sister Precious, no more embarrassment again. Oh. Now it's time to order all your African local foodstuffs. They will bring it to you wherever you are, to your doorsteps. Oh yeah, you heard me. Go to One Africa Global Foods right now. We're here and happy shopping. Mutane na duk inda kuke, One Africa Global Foods muna zuwa. Mes amis francophones, je sais que tout le monde va être content parce que maintenant toute la nourriture africaine est là.
Fuse Unpotted.
Welcome back, guys. I mean, if you are just joining, you've missed a lot. We've basically been talking about, nowadays versus back in the day, what it's like for women.
Independent woman.
Yes. Okay, but I wanted to ask you, AB, because Harry Song is basically, saying independent women, we don't want that, blah, 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 all of that. And that's Harry Song's opinion. What is the general opinion for men? Do they prefer women who are actually living on their own, doing their own things, are independent? Or do they prefer the woman who is, still back at her parents' house and saying, I just want to be a good person and, just wait for my man at the right time to come to the house and look for me? What's the preference?
There's no standard.
Okay.
And there's no what's the word? But let me just use the word standard. There's no standard for what everybody wants as regards guys. Guys are very, very... Yeah, I mean,
I thought all of you think as one.
It's a lie.
I thought you all think as one.
It's a lie. What Mr. A wants is not what Mr. B
because
wants.
I've seen a guy.
Mr. B. So hold on, sorry. This one. The only thing I can say that is generalized for men is that their interest changes with time. But I can say that for a fact because I've had conversation with a lot of guys and they will tell you that what they wanted in their teenage years from a woman is not what they want in their late 20s.
That's expected. I mean, if you're still
what they want in their mid 30s is probably not what they want in their 40s. But there's one general thing, I beg your pardon, that men want from their mid 20s till death.
What would that possibly be?
Peace of mind.
Please, I've heard that thing many times. I don't believe it.
Hold on.
I don't believe it.
You see, it is very relative. All right, the word peace is very relative.
Peace of mind is peace of mind. There's no relative.
It's relative. Some people tell you that once I have money, the confidence, I know that there's nothing you want.
That's their peace of mind, right?
Peace of mind.
Okay.
Some people are like, I just want a spouse that when I say sit down here, and that's why some men don't want their wives to even work.
Okay.
All right. They believe that once your total dependency is on them, they know that you can't.
That's where they draw their peace from.
That's where they draw their peace and their own. They caress their ego from.
Okay.
Do you understand? But do men still appreciate ladies that are probably still in their parents' house and they will now go there to say, I want to plug? I'm
waiting for your answer.
Do men still appreciate
in
that?
In this day and in this age.
Me, I'm indifferent.
Okay.
Me, I can talk for myself. I'm indifferent.
I asked that question basically because I've seen a guy who says one of the reasons why I love this woman and I went for her is because she was about 22, 21 or whatever, just very young and she was living alone. She was independent. This was one of the reasons why I said I want to be with this woman.
Yeah, people are like that. Actually, I want someone. I also don't want a liability. I want someone that I know that. Hold on.
I said a woman staying in her parents' house does not mean she's a liability.
Of course, it doesn't mean she's a liability. It might even mean she's even she's more. How do I put it now? She's morally upright, like someone that's still listens to her parents. Do you know that? Okay, so do you know that 70% of Nigerian parents do not want their daughters to leave their houses? The only condition that they warrant for them to leave is maybe because of some job issue, education or relocation issue.
I have this one last thing to say.
Okay.
And that is moral uprightness has nothing most of the time to do with whether you're in your parents' house or not. If the chances are that if you're an adult already, you've been trained already.
Yes.
So all the training that you got, you have it.
Yep.
And you know what they say, and when you show a child the way it should go, that's how it goes. Something like that.
I don't know what you're
But then again, another thing I want to say is that society, I hope you all are hearing me, let's stop putting so much focus on the women. I think it takes two to build a home. And if we're emphasizing so much for the women, let's do the same for the men. Let everybody work on their character. That's how we can build better homes in this day and in this age.
But I still get what Harrison is saying, that a lot of shenanigans happen when the ladies are staying alone.
I don't agree with Harrison.
Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with us till this time. Do not forget to link up with us on our social media platform.
That's
YouTube,
right.
It is the Fuse. And on Instagram, Fuse Local. Do not forget to also link up with your main man. You get me? On Instagram and Twitter at AB_AKYNZ.
That's right. You will find me on Instagram at Gabby.GabbyDuel to follow, guys.
From all of us here in the studio, it is Stay Fused. Have a lovely day. Peace out. Holla.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.